Hey guys, so I've been asked to share my story. I think I've told my story many times before, but here it is on video because sometimes it's good to look back on things. So, certified as a Pilates instructor, always been going to the gym, but when I really got into Pilates, I kind of stopped lifting weights because I thought Pilates was the only solution. Anyway. Fast forward to October 2015, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and pretty much my whole life fell apart. I had a bilateral mastectomy with reconstruction, and I had to go through chemotherapy, so I lost all my hair. Now, I had an infection, and that infection caused me to be really sick, and I was on a cocktail of antibiotics for 6 months because they didn't know what it was. Eventually they did. But I had to go through 9 surgeries in order to clean the infection out, take out the implants, put them back in, take them out, put them back in. I was a mess, and you could say I was badly mutilated, really. And I put on 16 kilos from the treatment of the cancer, the chemo, and all the antibiotics that I was on. So I did not feel like I was worthy of being in the health and fitness industry. I didn't feel worthy of being called a Pilates instructor because in my head I had this notion of what a Pilates instructor should look like. So I didn't want to go back. When it came to mending myself, I didn't want to go back to the way I used to work, the Pilates studio I used to work in. My colleagues were great, but I felt inside I didn't want to be judged. I didn't want my colleagues or maybe clients to look at me and go, wow, she's put on weight, look at her, she's lost her hair. You know, I just didn't feel like myself, and I just didn't want to go there. So I went to a gym, of which I'm a member of, and thought, right, I'll do some light weights and things there, my stretches. And then a personal trainer who was there, who I'd become friendly with, and he knew that I had gone through cancer. He walked past me and he said, "Hey, you've put on a lot of weight." And I went, "Yes, I have." But I ran out of there, burst into tears, and I didn't set foot in that gym again until I felt I had lost some weight. But those words, they were said without any empathy. They were cruel. I do believe unintentionally, but they were said and they couldn't be taken back. So I did what any other person, I did what the only thing I could do was, and it was in my bedroom, and I did these little workouts just to get myself back on track again. I couldn't even squat. I mean, really, my knees were so arthritic. My joints were in so much pain. They were so inflamed because of all the stuff I was taking in the chemo. I was just trying to bend my knees a little bit at a time. You know, my wrist hurt, and I'd make a grip. I couldn't even lift a dumbbell up. I just do this. And slowly got a bit better. But then it's when I opened FitNut Loft in February 2017, then I had my own space, and I had all my Pilates equipment there, and I had a place where I could be by myself and nobody would judge me. And that's when I really started to heal. And kind of that was my aha moment of why I then thought, because I was doing weights and Pilates, and I suddenly thought, this is a winning combination. And that's why I wanted to train women that way. But I think most importantly, the journey that I went through, I wanted to make sure that I created a space where women, no matter what shape you are, what size you are, what age you are, whether you're super slim or not, where you could come and work out and train to get healthier, fitter. Notice I didn't say slimmer, but healthier and fitter for the rest of your life, where nobody would judge you, nobody would say cruel words to you, and nobody would where we would be supported by the community. And I think I know that's what we've created there at FitNut Loft. Everyone is supportive. We don't have any egos. We all have our thing that's not quite right. So everyone feels like, yeah, I'm not 100%, but that's okay because we're just working and getting stronger and better and healthier. Because that's really what it boils down to, being there for a very long time for the people that we love, right? So that's my story. Now I'm cancer-free. I am much stronger than I am now than I was before I was diagnosed. I've got a great space, and I love working out. I love training all the people that come in. Getting a little bit teary now, just thinking about what I went through. So just, you know, if you see a woman who has put on weight or doesn't look the same or something else, just be kind to her, you know, just be kind and don't say anything that's cruel or off-putting, because you can, yeah, it hurts. So on a happy note, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays.